All right, ladies and gentlemen, I must admit that I am delighted, I'm excited and ignited to be greeting all you distinguished cybersecurity leaders, the InfoSec professionals in our nation's capital of film, fashion, finance, and of course, the city of dreams, Mumbai. Well, very, very warm welcome to all of you. And they say that good things happen when we work as individuals, but great things happen when we actually come together. I must say that I have a heart of gratitude for all you leading men and women who've indeed come together. And they've come together to catalyze meaningful conversations on where the industry should go next. On that note, a hearty, hearty welcome to all of you at Security Now India 2024. Can we hear some good, brilliant round of applauses as we begin? Thank you very, very much. Well, this is Seclore's annual flagship event, and 8th year in a row. This year, we're driving the compelling theme of data citadels, fortifying your data wherever it goes. Well, how are we doing this evening? Are we doing good? Give me your right hand up. Are we doing good? Okay. Are we doing better? Left hands up. I know we're all suited up, but that's okay. A little bit of movement is fine. But if we are doing great and awesome, you know what to do. Put both your hands up in the air and clap, 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 everybody. Well, this is the energy that we would like to see because together we are a force to reckon with. Well, on that note, I am Shikha, your master of ceremonies, and here it is. You would agree that it is not about the survival of the fittest anymore. It is about the survival of the redefined. So when we talk about the traditional data protection methods, you would agree that they are no longer relevant when we talk about in today's evolving cloud landscape. That is why redefining data security with actually focusing on protecting the data itself, learning strategies wherever the data goes is the most pivotal thing to do at the moment. Well, this futuristic event, ladies and gentlemen, is brought to you by Seclore in association with TechnoBind, Wise Tech, and Progression Infotech, Digital Track, and CCS Computers. Well, here's the thing. They say that traditions help us in building strong relationships. Traditions are rituals, stories, beliefs, or customs that are passed from one generation to the next. You'd agree that one such tradition in our incredible India, in our Atulniya Bharat, is the ceremonial lighting of the lamp. So to help us with exactly that and to usher in the fine beginnings, allow me to request two of our leaders to first take the stage. Leaders who walk the way, who go the way, and also more than anything else, also show the way. Please welcome on stage Vishal Gupta and Raman from Seclore. Ladies and gentlemen, a brilliant good round of cheers. We welcome the leading leaders here, along with Shraddha and Rupali, to please come forward and help us in the auspicious beginning of this day. Ladies and gentlemen, while we'll just get this lit and, there's this Sanskrit shloka that actually explains the essence of this ceremony oh so beautifully. And it says, and it goes like this, before we get the lamp lit, Shubham karoti kalyanam, arogyam dhan sampada, shatrur buddhi vinashe, deepajoti namostate, which essentially means that the lamp that will be just lit with our fortified team the light of the lamp brings us good health, good wealth, and destroys the enemy intellect. Ushering in the good health, good wealth, and destroying the enemy intellect with the lamp being truly lit. Can we have all of you coming forward with the lamp being lit and with a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, please. And on that note, thank you very, very much to the four of you for fortifying this stage that shall reap such meaningful conversations. And may I say, this day will be game-changing in ways more than one. We'll have a celebrity guest. Well, you are the real stakeholders of the industry, but we'll have loads of elements which we will unleash bit by bit. For now, ladies and gentlemen, let us witness the unveiling of a transformative goal through this congregation, through this summit, through a video that's coming up right on the screens. Please keep your eyes peeled for that.
India's fortresses have stood tall, guarding what is most precious with unmatched precision. From towering walls to hidden passageways, these forts protected down to the last detail, layering security to ensure what's important stayed safe. Today, in a digital world, your organization must protect what is most valuable, your data. Data is your organization's treasure, the lifeblood of your business. But just like past treasures, it needs to be protected. Introducing Seclore. With a legacy of protection rooted in history, we guard your data at every level, ensuring security down to the granular detail. No matter where your data travels, Seclore ensures it remains protected. Just as the forts defended each layer, Seclore offers granular control over who can access, view, edit, or share your data, ensuring it is protected at every touch point. From ancient walls to modern security protocols, protecting what's important has always been in our nature. With Seclore's data-centric security, your organization can confidently build its future, knowing its most valuable assets are protected by layers of advanced security, just like the fortresses of our past.
On that note, once again, a warm, warm welcome to Security Now India 2024, ladies and gentlemen. So hearty to see all of you being in action. And through this congregation, we aim to be a part of the global dialogue on cybersecurity. So together, let's be a part of solution, to be a part of a solution that does ensure a safer and a more secure digital tomorrow. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, to set the ball rolling and to officially welcome you all, we would invite our opening batsman for the day who would take the stage with all the breakfast energies that you've got. Please help me in welcoming that leader who knows the way, goes the way, and also, more than anything else, shows the way. Please welcome the CEO of Seclore, Vishal Gupta. Vishal, hi, and a very, very good morning to you. I hope you're having a great vibe with all the people there. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. And welcome to Security Now 2024. This is I think it is the 7th year of Security Now, and I'm very proud and it's a pleasure to be a part of this event. We've carried the torch for data security over the last many years, and this event itself has been in existence now. This is our 7th year of the event. And between regular work that we all do and family and rest and entertainment and so on, for most of us, more than 24 hours of the day are already committed, right? So for everyone here to take time out of all of these things and to come and spend this day with us, I really appreciate your time. And our intent here is to make sure that this time is we make it worth your while to take out time from your regular daily routine and come and spend this with us, right? I'll not take a lot of time here, right? So the first thing I wanted to do is welcome, right? This is a gathering in which we've put together a lot of elements in I would say in a very short period of time, right? The next 6, 7, 8 hours that we have in the day. And I'll run through some of the sessions we have coming up. We've got some great guests lined up for today. Unfortunately, Piyush Goyal, who's the Union Ministry of Commerce, he could not attend because the elections were just announced day before yesterday, I think, in Maharashtra, and there's some kind of internal code of conduct that has come into place as of yesterday. So he could not attend the event. He sends his apologies. We'll miss him, and hopefully we get him next year. Right. So today, we've packed the day with 4 key elements, right? So the first thing is learn. Right? All of us are really busy doing our day jobs, and opportunities for true learning come very rarely. And a lot of times, and I can speak for myself, even when true learning opportunities come, we are so busy, just building stuff and doing stuff that to upgrade skills becomes tough. Right? So one of the objectives that we've designed this event and this day with is that you go away at the end of the day having learned something new which is implementable, which makes us all wiser. Right? So that's one. The second is network. This is a group of people, practitioners, builders, leaders in the security space, right, in the region. And I would invite you to take this opportunity to network amongst, every one of us here, and to make sure that we learn from each other, not only, what's happening on the stage, but learn from each other's experiences, right? Have fun. Very important part of everything. We've got, stand-up comedians. I personally heard VVS Lakshman speak before. He's up on the stage in the second half of the day. He's a prolific speaker, super funny most days, right? So have a lot of fun. And of course, we've created a menu which is, it started a little bit, you got a little bit of teaser on this over breakfast, but through lunch and dinner, we've put together a really gourmet menu of, eat and drink. So please make sure that you don't miss out on this very important aspect, right? So if at the end of the day, we can check these 4 boxes, I think our mission would have been accomplished. All right. So like Devesh was saying earlier, right, Citadels are not new. They're hundreds, sometimes thousands of years old, but they are fundamentally rooted in an assumption that there is a place and a time which needs to be protected, right? In this case, let's say there's a palace that needs to be protected, or a city, or a country, or some sort that needs to be protected, right? And we've, for the longest periods of time, we built citadels, we built forts, we built walls around the forts, we put moats around the walls, and we made it difficult for enemies to come inside, and so on. All of these assumptions, however, go away when the asset that you're trying to protect itself is mobile. Right? It's not one palace or one city or one country and so on. The asset itself becomes mobile, and then creating a citadel becomes difficult, because citadels have this, at least the mental perception of a citadel is there's something strong and stable and in one place. Right? Unfortunately, whatever is the technology adoption patterns that we are seeing over the last many years, the data becomes the most important asset that we all need to protect. Right? And unfortunately, data is very mobile. Right? It keeps moving around, keeps getting replicated. Just a simple act of you sending an email to somebody, right, or a document over an email to somebody creates maybe 8 to 10 different copies. There's a copy on your desktop, there's a copy in your outbox, there's a copy in some server, there's another copy in some other server, and somebody else's mailbox, and somebody's mobile phone, and so on, right? So simple things get replicated, and now the challenge of creating a citadel around data becomes all the more difficult, right? Because data is, number one, moving very quickly and getting replicated really quickly. So at Seclore, we've been busy over the last many years trying to figure out and solve the problem of how do we create a fortress or a citadel around the data itself. And that's really the theme for this event. And of course, it's very important to protect, right, that the data which is what it forms most of our economy today, is a knowledge-driven economy. But also, it's important that we comply with regulations that different entities all keep coming up. And there's a joke, at least in the security circles, that every 3-letter combination is a security or a cybersecurity regulation in some part of the world. Right? You just take 3 random letters, 4 random letters, you put that together, that's a security regulation, right, somewhere in the world. So at Seclore, this event, for the rest of the day, what you'll hear is, as more and more threats come around, right, not only to security, but also challenges around complying with sometimes mutually conflicting compliance requirements, right? One regulator says go left, and the other regulator might say, just go right, and so on. In those kind of scenarios, but also basic security, how do we match all of these requirements together to drive the business, right? That's the theme for today, right? And before I hand it over to Ramin and Prakash from the Seclore team, I'll just set a little bit of context to, at Seclore, we work with hundreds of the largest enterprises in the world. And because of that, we have a little bit of a ringside view of what are the kind of challenges that CIOs, CISOs, and executive teams in these large enterprises face, right? So, go back, let's say 10 years, most of the assets, the tech infrastructure within a company was owned, right? Enterprises used to own devices, networks, applications, and most of the workers were employees of the company, right? And therefore, security technologies have evolved to protect each of these infrastructure elements, let's say, right? So for all the devices, there is antivirus, endpoint detection and response kind of technologies that have evolved over a period of time, right? For networks, there is firewall, zero trust network access, next generation firewall, and the next generation firewall, and so on, right? There are applications, there is a whole host of application security technologies that have come about. And of course, people, right? Enabling, upskilling people in their security and compliance awareness and so on, right? But that was all in a time and place where all of these assets were owned by the enterprise, right? Fast forward to today, most of these assets are going from an ownership model to a leased model, right? So devices are leased. Chances are that the first time you read an email, any email, it's on your personal phone. And then if you feel like responding to it, you get to your computer at some point of time and start responding and doing something with it, right? So in that sense, the enterprise has, for that point of time, leased your device for doing official work, right? Similarly, networks are all public. Most of us today, for most of the time, are working on public networks, home, airports, hotels, coffee shops, and the likes. And very few instances we are actually working from a enterprise-controlled network, right? So the network in that case becomes leased. At the time you're working from home, and COVID was a great wake-up call in this context, right? The enterprise has, in some sense, leased that network for its own use for that period of time, right? Similarly, applications used to be these behemoths deployed on-premise. And now applications are all getting leased, right? A lot of times we lease these applications, whether it's email or ERP systems or online banking systems or whatever applications an enterprise might have, they are all leased. So you might go to Google or Microsoft and lease for 1 year or 5 years the email application, right? And the thing about the leasing model is that, hey, if you don't like this, another 2 years, you can move to some other option,